Hey, y'all. Good afternoon. Yeah, Samantha, Sam I am. Swirls and Swag, Decor. Welcome. How do you like him? Yeah, I love it. I do. I think it's so whimsical. I did put some other colors behind him to make him pop a little better. So, y'all, I'm Samantha, Sam I am. Swirls and Swag's Decor. Welcome. I'm on the east side of Birmingham, Alabama. Tell me where you are. You're probably on the replay at this point. Tell me you're on replay. Say you're watching. Tell me, hey, tell me where you're from. And please hit that like, laugh, love, and if you need to cry, but don't do that. But you can. And we call it hanging a wreath on the door, which is the S-H-A-R-E. And if you're not following, please do that. And if you want notifications when I go live, hit the three dots at the bottom, and it'll say turn on notifications for all lives. Or you can simply put exclamation notify all together in the comments. Even on replay, live, it does not. And now we're trying to reconnect. Hey, so put exclamation notify in the comments if you want notifications. Hopefully you'll get those a lot better. I know Facebook's having a lot of glitches. They're doing a lot of updates. So, hello everyone. Thank y'all. All right, let me show y'all because I just did, but let me show y'all because y'all are jumping on now. I did go back and I added some white and some glittered, like a cream color with some glitter on the ribbons just to help make him pop a little better. And I did fix that. I started to redo the whole thing, y'all. But I redid my sticks and I fixed it and it looked great. And then I still turned one of the drumsticks the wrong way. So that little ribbon at the little, what do you call it? Yeah, that stuff. Around the bottom of the drumstick. Cording. Perfect match, y'all. I don't know what it is about this color, but it's a perfect match this year. Came from the Hobby Lobby. I think I bought it probably a year or two ago. But at the time, it was number 37. It was $6.99, and I know I bought it half price. But it does match perfect. Number, again, 37 at the Hobby Lobby. I don't know if it's still there. They changed a lot of their things. And so, anyway, how are y'all doing today? Okay, let me see if I can find us, because y'all know how Facebook is. We know how they are. I still see a red something behind my information. Hold on. Let me mute this. Okay. Close that. Bring that out. Okay, now. How are y'all doing this afternoon? Hey, Cynthia. I have added a few, and I'll show you that here again in just a minute. I've added a few ornaments. I've done a few of the glitter balls. I did make the bow. Again, if y'all didn't see that reel, I did make a reel the other day. Hey, girl. Yeah, rope, twine, trim, all the above. But I did remake the bow, and I really like it. I did leave a few long tails, and this was the last piece I had of that. I kind of wish I'd have left it a little taller at the top, but Samantha didn't. And now I done got it squoshed so hard, I don't think I can, really. I can. This reconnected. It's Facebook, y'all. It can't be me. I've been watching people live today. I ain't had no problem. I do know a lot of people are having trouble. And I did use the last bit I had of the really good of this one. So I did put that in there. And I did put, what did I do? I did 2 loops on each side of my bow of this. There's a loop here, and I put the black and white right there in the middle on both sides. And I did, I just redid it, but I did leave out some. I added some back. But I think it looks good. And I hadn't put it on yet because I want to get all my ornaments and my glitter balls and all that on there. And I hope everyone's having a great day. Let me get my eyeballs on because, y'all, it's warm again today. And it was cool last night, of course. And then my dog, y'all, Max, gets so scared. He literally is so scared of the thunder and stuff. And he woke me up at he woke me up several times last night. So I was up and down all night. And then when I realized it was raining and storming and it thundered, I had to go give him some anxiety meds. So anyway, there was that. Okay, so I'm almost done with this for real. But I did want to do the finishing touches and, see, one thing I wanted to tell y'all. Because I was watching someone earlier today in the fake bake world. And she was asking what kind of glue she should use for this and that. And it made me think, because she's putting on rhinestones. And I don't have what they call fast grab. Although I am going to get it. It's Aleene's fast grab. But this is liquid fusion. This is what I use for my rhinestones when I did the ornament bling on there the other day or last week, whatever it was now. And this is what I should have used on my drum to attach my drumsticks. The words do not come easy. To attach the drumsticks, I wish I'd have used the Liquid Fusion. One, it dries clear and it dries quick. I did even go back and put E6000 and then a little bit of hot glue. But I did, when I turned the ornament wrong again, I was like, my phone said reconnect. I was trying to see if yeah. I don't know. It's Facebook. I mean, I do know. I know it's Facebook, y'all. So I'm sorry if it's glitching on y'all. 47. It is currently 60 here. It's cooler in my house, you know, than it is outside. It's warm outside. So anyway, yeah. So there's that. But, well, okay. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it's getting really cool in the night. Plus, it rained last night, so that made it a little cooler. But my bones, my hands are so swollen. Oh, my gosh, it's the weather. You know, I know it is, but the point is they hurt. So anyway, Liquid Fusion. If you don't have it, you can get it on Amazon. I have looked everywhere, and I do mean, like, you know, Samantha's a Googling fool. But I wish I'd have used the Liquid Fusion. I did try to use my tacky glue. And then I used E6000, and the tacky glue was not, like, clear like I wanted it. Although I do think it dries clear, but, you know, Samantha's impatient. So, why not, y'all? That's the kind of life I live right there. Right there. So let me chase my balls. Just kidding. Sort of, kind of not. And I do have some little drums. And as I've been putting ornaments on, mainly, let's see, did I put some on the front? I've been putting them on the outside. Now, I did put the big blue ones on, like around, and one's at the bottom of the drum. And, y'all, I did have to go around one of these ties. And what made me think of that is that one's wanting to fly. These ties, it's the tie itself. And I did take and wrap a pipe cleaner around, like the main, like behind the mesh of the blue. I went in behind it and roped it around, and it's not flopping. And I may have to do that again on this other one. I don't know why. I've never had trouble out of no frame, like literally every now and then. But this is a Hobby Lobby frame, which I've bought many. I've never had any trouble like that. And this one, you know, could just be one of those deals. You know, it is what it is. Ain't no big deal. I hit y'all, these strings I have up here on my ceiling fan, they got them real heavy knob pullers. Okay, so point being, let's get back to what I was talking about, is I've put ornaments around. Now, this one's where my bow's going, so I didn't put one here. There's no sense. I kind of twisted my pipe cleaner and smushed it in just because I don't need it, because the bow's going to go there. I did take these out, the little ribbon tails, but I thought, no, let me put it back in there, because at one point it was like, depending on which way you look at it, you might be able to see that. So I'm just going to leave it. So anyway, so I went around and done some of the outside, but I thought maybe on the inside in my ties, instead of the ornament balls, I'd put the little drums. We'll see what we think when we get to the inside. I pulled out just the blue. I only pulled out, no, I got 7. A miracle. I got red, blue, and gold. You know, I have some silver, but I don't want no silver in this. I'm doing all red, blue, and gold, and red, green. Okay, so let me aim y'all on down. Let me pull my design over here. Okay. I was going to come on yesterday, y'all, and I was just, this weather really had me hurting. I don't know. So anyway, there's that. If y'all are commenting, I don't know. Hold on. No, okay. Okay, no, I was looking at my other phone to see if, I know a lot of people are having trouble with comments, like that they're not pulling up. So, I don't know. I think I'm seeing what y'all are saying, which no one's saying a whole lot, and that's okay. Samantha's been talking. Nothing new there. Nothing new. I did do my business card. I got it in tape, which is going inside, but still, in case I use it next year and it goes on the outside door, I still put my tape over it. And this is the kind of string or ribbon, the old school ribbon that we used to curl with the scissors. I use this. Now, I do have some in there that's like a slick, shiny foil like that. And I tried to use it on something to do my name card on. And it would not it wouldn't tie good. It was too slick. So I'm going to stick to using these, the plain flat colored ribbon to attach my cards. That foil one just didn't want to tie good or so. I don't know what the heck its problem was, to be honest. But anyway, are y'all ready for Turkey Day? My mama called me yesterday wanting to know what I was doing. I was like, nothing, not really. You know, I was going to make a chicken and dressing because that's what I like. But, okay, let's see this hot. Anyway, so, let me see if I can get everything moved down further. Hold on 1 minute. Let me rearrange. I know a lot of people are talking about use these little nail clippers. I've had them, like, they're part of my tool collection over here. But these are really good to grab, like, the glue strings and stuff sometimes. Or cut something even, you know. I do have a few glue here and there, but nothing major. I've pretty much snipped them. Snip them. Who jumped on? Nobody? I don't know. Okay. Good, great. I hope everybody's doing good. But a lot of people are talking about the Black Friday and the sales and everything's not being the same. You know, it's Black Friday week. Y'all, I've only shopped Black Friday one time. That was when me and Chris first got together. It was in either Christmas of '02 or Christmas of '03. One or the other. And we went nuts buying a bunch of stuff, and I did buy me some jewelry. Bought him some auto mechanic, like, you know, tools and all that good stuff. Anyway, I do try to, I keep forgetting this one is that cheapy white ribbon, white mesh I used the other day that I only had to have one extra piece of, and I'm going to put my bow over that part. I keep wanting to fix that mesh, but I keep forgetting that's where my bow's going, so I keep grabbing at it. Y'all ever do that? I mean, you know you're not going to need it or something, and you still fool with it. Y'all, I have glitter for days. I can't believe that my glitter, the foam sheet, the glitter, and the twine or rope or whatever you want to call it, all matched. I'm very happy with my drum. I just didn't think about, you know, I could have done this or that with the other glue, which would have worked perfect. I wouldn't have melted the first drumstick, but I did. Y'all, you know, it's styrofoam. But I do love the technique, and I want to do another something like that soon. All right, let me get this out the way, because I may put my stuff down here we don't see. Because I'm not standing up. My stomach is hurting, like cramping, I don't know. I've been getting hungry as heck here lately, like early. Let me, while I'm thinking about it, which one was that? Hang on. I need to tie that twist tie around. Hang on, I gotta move this. Gotta move this, gotta move that, y'all. Can everything be in the way? Yes, hang on. I did pull just red, green, and gold, all different kind of ornaments. Obviously. It's whimsical, y'all. What was I doing? Gravy. I was going to do something. Move that. Oh, fix that, y'all. Hold on. And I've been using a beige color that I have. And just because, you know, you won't see it as bad. Now, the pipe cleaner things, twist ties on this wreath are a gold slit. But that's where my bow's going. So let me show y'all what I do as best I can. All right. So here's the tie. I'm taking my pipe cleaner from the back and I'm roping it behind that blue. You know, we got the poofs, but then I'm going over the poof and around. And then on the back, as best I can to show y'all, is I'm going to pull most of my pipe cleaner down. You know, you don't want to, this is a 20-inch pipe cleaner I got right here. So I am going to just tie it as tight. And then I'm going to twist it. And I'm going to go back around again. Just to help secure. And you want to make sure that you're pushing that tie upwards as you really twist it off. So that's all I do. And then I go around the frame itself again, like I normally do with any pipe cleaner. And I'm just going to twist it. And then I'll cut it off. And I do put a little glue over it just in case those little edges of that pipe cleaner, you know, that's a wire in there. And these are those good ones too. So, and I was going to use the gold tinsely ones, but them tinsel pipe cleaners are bad to break. So I err on the caution of that. I do use them and I love them, but I decided to go with a little heavy dutier. I'm looking for wire cutters. Y'all know what, the other night I had my wire cutters, couldn't find them. They're the little bitty ones. And I finally found them underneath something, and I put them up, and I couldn't remember where I put them, and I tore this room up for like, I don't know, hours. And I'm like, what have I done with them? And I even looked back in my caddy where they do belong. I'm like, I don't see them. Then I looked there again, because I'm like, they can't be far. I haven't moved from this spot. I thought they might have went under my cabinet, and I started to get down on my hands and knees. Thank God I found them before all that. All right, so I have tied off my drum and my nutcracker. So hold on a minute. Let me. Where's the other? I like my needle nose to see. Oh, fudge. Y'all are on reconnected. Y'all, that's the. I hope Facebook gets it together soon. All right, there's nothing I can do. Now, most people hadn't had reconnecting problems, you know, but here we are. All right, so I twist that around and tuck it under. Then I'm going to put a little glue on top of that, just in case that little wire was to, you know, be touched, what have you. Hold on, I got a little stringer off my mesh back here. Where'd the other end go now? I snip one in and it disappears. One. I don't know, y'all. Where'd it go? Oh, gosh, I just stuck my hand in that glue. Good gravy, y'all. I just about got this one healed up. Y'all. Thank God that had cooled a second. Y'all, somebody say hey, just to see if they're rolling. I don't know. I see a lot of people watching. Somebody say hey, hello, laugh, something, cry, I don't know. If you're here, I see a bunch of y'all, or several's on. I don't know if y'all can comment or if I'm going to see them or not. I should see them on my other devices. What in the world? That is weird. I see the hearts and the things going up on this. Y'all, look, I'm watching the live on this phone, and I see all my other lives below it. Or my post, or whatever. I don't know. That's weird. Now I can go down with it. Let me go back. I'm here. So I don't see it on my computer. I see it here. It says you said I'm here. Alright, so. Alright. Again, I know Facebook's having their situations. But I don't. Okay. Moving right along. Okay. Really? That was weird, though, how it showed me. Oh, I bet there's different tabs at the bottom under my comment. It says top comments, your replies, more like this. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess that's what I had accidentally bumped a while ago. Let me see if I can go out and come back into my live. No. Try and get it off my finger, y'all. That hot glue loves fingernails. I can't believe I just stuck my hand in that. Yeah, I can. Y'all. Okay. So those of you jumping on, this is what I've got thus far. Let me make sure I don't re-stick my hand in that. I don't even know where it's at now. Right there. At the bottom, which is where my hand is. Alright. So those of you who hadn't seen my drum and my drumsticks we made, the Nutcracker, I think he looks gorgeous though. I thought my aunt was going to be in town, and she's not. She's visiting her other sister. Well, the only other sister. There was two, my dad and his brother, and my aunt and my other aunt. I have two aunts and one uncle, my daddy. 4 of them. One's in Florida. She's the only one that doesn't live right here. Anyway, I told her I was going to try to get this to Cheryl today, but either today or tomorrow, because my stomach just don't feel great. All right, so moving right along, y'all. All right, so let me put this over here, and I, think there might be another tie that I need to tie off. So I appreciate y'all being here, and if I can't read your comment, I'm sorry. Y'all know I go back after my live at some point or another, later today or tomorrow. And if you are interested in a design, this one is sold. But I I do have other nutcrackers I can use and make. And you can message me from the page, Swirls and Swags, and hit that message button and let me know what you want. I do custom orders, which is really what I like to do. I don't like having to store them. Okay, so let's see where I stopped. Okay, that one up there at the bottom don't need. Okay, this right here. I was going to bring him down where y'all could see, but you know. Let me see if I can hang y'all this way a little bit. That way it can sit right here and I can turntable it. Y'all let me know. Well, I say let me know. I don't know how you're going to do it, but let me see if I get comments over here. All I see is people watching. Okay. Y'all, burn my hand. All the things. When you glue ornaments in there, y'all, get your ribbons like you want them, because once they dry, they stuck. And I do try to snip these little edges of the fray. You're not going to get them all, but you know, hey, we can try to have it as good as we can get it before we take it. Okay. You know, mesh is just plastic. Okay, so here is the next one I'm going to do. All right, that one I did in gold. And then my next one right here is blue. And then I have nothing. Okay, so that was blue, red. All right, so I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have them like back to back, you know. So I try to put my ribbon tails like I want them before I touch any. Y'all, that white mesh is aggressive. There's a burlap mesh. Holy heck. It's plastic. It's got regular mesh and burlap in it. Years ago, I was making something. And you talk about fighting with some mesh. That was a battle. Because it loves to fight its own self. Because part of it's plastic and part of it's fabric. Which I love the fabric. Y'all, it's expensive. But it's pretty. Okay, I have my little ice picky thing that I kind of poke the holes in. Let me get all my stuff back up here so I can stop the rolly from all the things. Let me put this over here so it don't roll off again. Alright, so even though these pipe cleaners are really, you know, these twist ties, they're very thick wire, okay? A lot of people just like to poke it, but I don't because it never fails. I'll burn my finger, for real. So I just poke a little hole. You ain't gonna do big, just get one a little started and then put your glue right on top. Just a little dab or two will do. I'm glad to redo that one with a lot. I am trying to make sure that my glitter balls are opposite the color I'm gonna put on. So I did red and gold, so I'm putting a green one in there. So that, I'm glad I thought about that. Yeah, okay. So I try to get the different glitter balls versus the ornament. So I got red and gold, and I'm putting, yeah, glue first and everything. You can put glue on the end of your twist tie. It's whatever you prefer. I find this way to be the safest for Samantha. But, you know, you do it however you wish. There is no wrong or right, but just be careful. Now I know. Okay, and then I do try to look at my ornament. Y'all, I hate glue strings attaching to my finger. That's one reason I want to get it off. I do try to look at my ornament because I did that one time. They were so pretty ornament. And I didn't pay no attention to the design on them. And I wound up putting the prettiest part of it like inside the wreath. And then you didn't see the pretty part, you know, from the outside. So this one is the same way all the way around. So it really doesn't matter. I do take the tips off. I've done all that. So, and I just put my hot glue over the ornament, you know, just a little bit goes a long way, but you know, Samantha loves her hot glue. All right, and then again, pull your ribbon tails like you want them, because once this cools, it's there, okay? And that's what we got. So I got the red, gold, and green, okay? Which I think is cute, you know. And then see, I put a gold one up here, which is next to this. I did that yesterday, I guess. Y'all, I've worked on and off in here for days since I've been working on. I don't like seeing all these. I like to take it when it, you know, everybody knows it's going to fray. I get that. Oh, again, this is that dang bow part. Y'all. It's where my bow's going, it ain't going to matter. Okay, so that one was green, right? Gold. Green. Green. All right, so I'm going to put red because I got green on this side. So I'm going to put red here. And see how this one's shaped? So you have to think about which do you want to see. And I kind of want to see it like that. So I'm going to stick it in kind of this part hidden. And so you'll see like the whole shape and everything, because you got the little cut look piece to it, and these are plastic, and then you got the little tip, which I like to see all of that myself. All right, so these are red. Hold on. Y'all know it's the dangest thing that you can't find just blue, like American blue ornament glitter balls. Even during July 4th, I looked at Hobby Lobby and I couldn't find just blue. I think they had blue and white, it seemed like, maybe. I don't remember, but maybe there's red, white, and blue, and I think I might have bought one or two of them, it seems like now. But just to have blue with the glitter, no. All right, red, so I'm going to use green and gold this time, okay? Come back, little ball. Yeah, got you pinned in, ha-ha. All right, so again, poke your little hole, put your little glue, let Facebook reconnect. Y'all, it's so aggravating. I know on the replay, it usually doesn't do it as bad. So if you miss something, you can always scoot forward or back up, or when you're on the replay. And like if you wanted to see or hear something, not that that right there was something, but anytime, no matter who, if you miss something they said because it's Facebook thing, on the replay, it normally will not be all glitchy. So you can always, you know, fast forward it. I have learned and love the fact that I can put it on fast forward. I don't know who I learned that from. I think Jan or Ginger. Anyway, I do like putting it on fast forward. I mean, not fast forward, like the speed. You can change the speed of the video up to 2 times as fast. Now, it depends on who's talking, because some people talk kind of slow, and it can be very long. So, there's that. Okay. Anyone else here? Is anyone else here? We can see. Oh, I got comments up there. We can see. Is anyone else here? I don't know. I'm here. Can't see anyone comment. That's part of the problem, too. Back out and come back in if you can. Shirley said I'm here. I know there's people watching, or was. I think some have left because I keep rebooting. You know, it's spinning. People hate, and I do too, y'all. There's something like, I can't deal with that. You know, it's aggravating, and it's not us, obviously, but Facebook. And it's really aggravating when it's people, you know, like anybody with a page as a business, you know, and it's just aggravating, and there's nothing we can do. And I know they've got new, their new guidelines, Instagram and Facebook, because they're combined. Y'all, Marky owns it all. But anyway, they were updating their terms and stuff, and I got email about it. And then when I went live on one of my phones, it said something about it. I don't know what the changes are, but you can always go to Facebook and look up guidelines or new changes, or Google it, and it'll pull it right up. All right, what am I doing now? Okay, so that was, what did I do? I was doing the red in this one. I'm sorry. Look, maybe I got lost. Doesn't take long. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go in at an angle. All right, so, like so. Get it together. Get it together, Facebook. So I turned it kind of at an angle. You see? So you can see the shape of the ornament. Which, you know, I don't want just the point shining, so there's that. But I like to see you. I appreciate it. And I get it. I appreciate it. You know, that's why anybody, you know, that's why we have people who watch. They like to watch. But Facebook makes it difficult. And I get their updating again. That's where my bow's going. I'm kind of wondering, was that one the floppy? I don't know. I feel like that one is. This is, the inside ain't going to really flop because it's stuck between 2 different meshes, you know. But your outside, I feel like that one's a little floppy, so I'm going to just fix it so I ain't got to worry about it later. It is aggravating, and again, anyway, you know, it is what it is. Here we are. So, what I was saying is if, you know, you're in a live and you miss something somebody said or what they did, if you watch their replay, you can fast forward it up or whatever and get where you want it to be or where it was you heard what they were saying. Where am I looking for? My pipe cleaner. I'll just, oh, here. Settle down. That's right there. Anyway, you can always go back and typically the replay does not glitch. You might see it skip a second, but you're not going to get all the glitching. Which it's funny, I can see your comment up there. comment again. Let me just see if it's still like it's showing me on my phone, but it's not on the computer, which is very weird. I don't know. I don't know why they just can't get it right without all the issue. I don't know. I'm no tech kind of person. All right, so I'm doing the same. That's the same one I did. Is it? Maybe it's not that one then. It's got to be this one. I just did both of those. What the heck? Was that the wrong one? Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, it's these. See, these are like literally falling. That ain't gonna work, y'all. And it ain't the twist ties, because I have literally went back in and I've got ornaments all in this one. So anyway, I did go back and I even opened up the mesh. I took all the mesh out, redone it. It's as tight as it'll go. It ain't that. It is the ties. Like, it's like they're just, yeah, tear it up now, Samantha. Y'all, hang on. It's hard. Life is hard sometimes. And I can't show y'all everything, y'all. But I am just going to round that mesh, not my poof mesh, but the curls, and around under my mesh. Okay, I'm bringing it right back and tighten it. Make sure you got that pushed forward when you do that, so it'll hold it upwards. Because if you pull it backwards and do it, then you're gonna have it flopping backwards again. You don't want that. Do not want that. Hold on. Hang on, I know I'm messing something up on the front because I hear it hitting. Hang on. I know I probably did it overboard, but y'all, that's just part of me. That's just part of who I am. Hang on, I gotta get my wire cutters and cut the excess of the plate cleaner off. If you are on here, whether you're now or later or replay, and you have any questions, please, feel free to message me, because I don't always see these comments, even on replay. Y'all, I've had to, like, literally hit the different options of the latest comment, the last comments versus all the comments. Even when I hit all comments, it don't show me all comments, which I'm like, why? Because I knew someone had commented and I couldn't find it, and I went back and I thought, okay, the newest. And then it showed me a bunch of comments that I didn't even know I had. So again, I'm going to put some glue on this, and Samantha's going to let it dry before she sticks her hand in it again. Hold on, let's see. Did you see me? I see you here. I see you just said, do you see me? I do see you. Sally said she couldn't see anyone. Cindy said, I'm here. Sally, but I'd like to see you. Sally, I'm here. And you guys, do I see you? Those are the last few comments right there that I see without touching my phone. On my computer, it's still stuck on Cynthia saying hello. Don't know why. How cold is it up there with you, Shirley? How cold is it? How cold is it in Pennsylvania, y'all? I want that to cool just a minute. So get the glue strings off. And again, if y'all just jumping on or didn't hear me a while ago, because I know it's glitchy. Hold on, I see blue. I see blue. Where's my little top runner thingies? Put this away. Oh, I was going to tell y'all, I should have used my liquid fusion glue. I did it. This is what I used when I did the stoning on the gym. Liquid fusion. Amazon. I mean, really, some places say they got it, but you had to order. I don't know. I can't. Maybe Walmart could do it by order, but I got that and some other stuff from Amazon, so I ordered it all together. I don't know if Walmart. I'm sitting here talking, y'all just spinning away. Oh, I know it. It's in the 50s. Ain't bad. We're 60. 59 now. It was 60 when I got here. Okay. So, I know it, y'all. It's aggravating. Alright, so, let's see. Gold, green, red. We just did that one. This is where our bow is going. And that one there. Let's see. That is the one I did. I don't understand that. But I'm going to put another pot cleaner around it because it ain't making me happy. Let me use a red because I got a piece right here. Red will be fine. No one will know. They'll never know. I don't understand, though, why that's still wobbling. For real. But I feel like it is. So let me just do it one more time. You know? I can't go around it and around it like I did with that other one because I don't have a long enough pot planner. Hold on, maybe I can redo that. Hang on. Tomorrow, if I don't take this to her today, and I don't think I will, it's 3 o'clock. I'm not getting in that 5 o'clock rush hour in Birmingham. But I may take this to her tomorrow. I need to start working on those 7 graveside arrangements. I don't know if I'll be on here or not. I don't know. I mean, y'all tell me, are y'all busy during tomorrow and the holidays? Because, you know, I am not going to be here Turkey Day. I decided to go to my mom's just because you know, they're not right across the street from me no more. And I didn't spend the last holiday with them, so I thought I better, you know, my grandparents, somebody, it was Jan's Law, they're talking about how their grandparents and such and people were when they passed. And my grandparents, I grew up with my dad's dad and my mother's mother. And one was born in 1900, one was born in 1901, and I can't never remember which one was which. But both lived to be 90-91. I'd say one was born in 1900, one was born in 1901. One I know died in 91, and I think the other died in 92, I think. Anyway, so they lived to be elder, you know, they lived their life. But, you know, my mom is 81, my dad's 84. I expect them to live in their 90s, you know, unless something freaky happens. I guess I'm going to have to go around this whole flipping frame for real. It's making me a little ill. I'm going to have to pay attention to the next frame I use from there. I didn't buy but a handful, like, I don't know, 4 or 5. Y'all were with me, I think. Or Sally, I know, was. Because I think I got silver, red, and the gold. The rest of them are like, oh, y'all, I got to looking yesterday. And I don't want to say no names, but y'all, if y'all need anything, let me tell you one thing. And if you know, you know. I don't want to put names. I'm not going to do that to any business. But let me just say, craft outlet for any of your needs. Y'all, I could not believe the price difference, Shirley. You know. No, I'm not busy. Sam, okay. Shirley, you still with me? Seriously, craft outlet, y'all, was $4 to $6-ish cheaper than some of the other people that we sometimes buy from. And I was just shocked. I mean, literally. Big difference. Not pennies, not dimes, not $1. Dollars. And I'm like, I'm so glad I know that now. Hang on, y'all. Because life can't be simple. I was shocked. Very shocked. Shirley must not be on here. Or she's still typing. Hold on. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm still on the right poof here. Right tie, whatever, y'all. My hands are so numb. That is not helping anything. Y'all, one phone says so-and-so's watching. One phone says, Sally says I'm here. My phone up there says a few people just jumped on. Thank y'all. I'm having a lot of Facebook issues, y'all. Facebook is so wonky. They're doing a lot of updates. So it don't matter who you go to watch or what have you. Just know there's nothing that we literally can do. Facebook is updating, and until they get all their kinks worked out, I'm having glitching and comment issues. I've only heard of people having comment issues, but of course Samantha has both. Why not? It's the way we roll. So I'm tying my ties on good because these, even though this is a wreath work frame, and a work frame means it's ready to use, okay? But I love these, and every now and then it does happen. You get a loose twist tie, you know. But this one has a bunch for some reason. Not really sure. Hang on. that try to make it where I don't get poked taking it or whatever, and I surely don't want my customers to get poked by these wires. So I do put hot glue over it, especially when you're up into a twist tie and you can't really see where you cut it off at, although it's right there. I'm gonna try to tuck that glue up around that, just so it doesn't poke me, my customer, or anybody. Thank y'all for jumping on. They are all like that. Oh, okay. Thank you, Cynthia. I get it, but girl, I mean, the scissors. Craft Outlet had them for $7-ish. Hang on, I'll tell you because I got it right here. Hang on. I think I put them in my, yeah. Okay, Craft Outlet, their scissors are $7.95. The others are almost $11 or $12. Because I just closed his other page out. But I'm like, that is so crazy. And the ribbons, they have them. Craft Outlet has them for like $5 for a 50-yard roll. Maybe 5 something. Where the others are 10 and 12. That's a big, I'm like, what? How? Okay. I'm just glad I realized. Okay, so I think, did that get all our bottom? I got all our bottoms done. The only tie we don't have with an ornament is where my bow is going, right in here. Okay. And then up here on the top, I was thinking, I still want to do my, now make sure before you know, like you start doing all these ornaments and stuff, make sure you twisted that pipe cleaner a good 2 or 3 good times, maybe 4. Y'all know how many times I have twisted, and I twist, my mesh on, and then, you know, I can do whatever and come back, and then it fell open. The tie just comes open. This mesh is no joke, especially this really thick mesh. And all of this mesh is thick, thick, thick. It's some beautiful mesh. It's very heavy duty, if you will. Yeah, I feel like I need to tie that one on too while I'm here. Hang on. I'm just like, I ain't trusting it. I am not trusting it. Because they're, and y'all spin out of control. Oh, y'all. If y'all are aggravated, let me know and I'll just get off because this is ridiculous. I don't even know. All I was doing is adding in my ornaments today and finishing it. And I wanted to take pictures before dark if I can. If I can't, that's fine. Tomorrow's another day. I thought it was going to be raining today because it was raining last night at 1 o'clock, midnight. Midnight 1 o'clock. He woke me up at 1. My dog gets so panicked by the lightning. And, well, it wasn't even lightning. It was just thundering and raining. Can you see, Shirley? She says that they are all like that. And then you said, is anyone else here? And now you say, can I see Shirley? That's all I know. Y'all, this is crazy though, right here. I mean, I'm very disappointed. But, I mean, I get it happens, you know. Can't help what the manufacturers do and don't do. And I don't know. They just didn't get tight. So, you know, do what you got to do and secure it in there. Don't send it out of flopping. Because if one of them flops, that happens. But not every freaking one of them. I've never had that happen. For real. For real, for real. I know I'm getting hot. Y'all, these lights in here make me hot. Especially the 3 above my head. They're LED. And they're hot. Plus, I don't have the globe. One of his friends broke it right after I put that thing up there. Come in here. I ain't never seen that boy before, not since. And his mom and daddy got money. I should have made him pay for it. I did take the manufacturer information the other day when I was buying them bulbs because I was wanting to make sure I got the right one. Because I feel like, you know, they're like the Lowe's guy said, well, these are supposed to last forever. Well, they don't. I've done the first set I ever put in here when I first put it up, those light bulbs lasted for years. I mean, years. It's just been in the last 4 maybe years, 3, 4 years since I've had to replace. Are y'all with me? I don't think I got many people. I think I got no one on here. Who's with me? It's not even showing me how many people's here. I don't think. All right, y'all don't say something. I'm just going to go because it's aggravating. I'll just do a picture and videos when I get done. And, you know, I always post the pictures and such. And put the little drums in that I have instead of the ornaments. I've got these little things. Surely, it seems like they just get bigger. They jack up the... I know. Oh, y'all. Okay, y'all are here. Okay, because it's not showing me like one person. I'm like, I know there's more than that. Okay, it rained here too. Did it? I did hear somebody said it rained in Ohio yesterday. And so that was early yesterday. And then, okay, let me do the top center while y'all are here. And we'll finish this up on the doohickey, and then I'll let y'all go. So I didn't expect rain last night. I didn't know. And y'all, my poor baby dog, he's so scared. Okay, so the ornaments are red, blue, and I got red, blue, and gold. Red, blue, and gold. But I'm thinking they'll be really cute. They're over here a little bit. Y'all, can y'all see right here? Can you see right there, right there? Okay, no, down just a little bit further. Okay, because y'all don't need to see me. I mean, no one wants to see all that. Okay, so if I use, what to pull out, gold, so I'm going to use red and green on my pipe cleaners, okay? Red and green, because I got gold. Okay, let me get a sip of tea, y'all. Oh, I'm glad you got to join me, Shirley Lou. But it's crazy. I was so shocked about the difference between the two. And you know the two. You know, Craft Outlet, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm just like, dang. That was a big difference in price. I'm going to cut these little ties off too. And I can't see if y'all were spinning or not. So I think you're okay. I'm trying to keep a glance, because I got y'all aimed more down than normal. So again, I poke my hole in my styrofoam glitter ball. Put a little glue. Try to aim it with the tip of this wire. Now I can't see my hole. Lord mercy. I swear I can get glued to anything. Tape, good gravy. It'll stick to your nails. Tell you that. I guess it's the gel polish. But y'all, there's nothing that won't stick to me, but I can't get it to stick to what I want it to. The craziest stuff. I know. I should be a red one here. Did I just... Did you... Where'd it go? Where, oh where? I need to tighten that up a little bit too. Well, I don't know. Let me just grab another one. It's probably fell down in there, and y'all probably see it, but I don't. Me too, cause I'm home today. I'm here. Okay, okay, you're good. I appreciate it. All right, so let me pull out another red one. It might have went down behind the drum. I don't know. It'll fall out when I pick it up. That's what I know. All right, so put a little red, little glue on the red one. And like I said, these ties are, they're heavy duty wire. It blows my mind. All right, so they're so floppy. But anyway, you know, let's see. Oh, hang on. Well, dang, you can't cut that off, Samantha. I cut the wrong, Lord mercy. Okay, let me see. Because I just cut that and the whole, oh, these are coming apart. Hang on. Well, I may not be able to use these. Let me see. All right, well, what I'm going to do, is we can't cut it because it's tied to these little strings. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to glue that down. I can cut the little loop part off the end after the knot. And then I just got the knot part. I don't know, that just fell. Oh, there's my red one. Nope, no, that goes to that. I thought I found it. Nope, didn't find it. All right, so I'm going to put a touch of glue right here. I'm going to stick the cord right there in it. But you know what? There is a little section right here where they fold the color of the drum. You see? So I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to do this. And kind of make sure I tuck that fold where they put the paper on there of the color. And that way you don't see that. Let your glue dry before you try to pick it off. It comes off a lot easier once it's dry. Just saying. Hold on. Lord mercy. Hang on. Where's my little thingies? I was telling y'all at the very beginning, I have these little nail clippers. And yes, they've been alcoholed and all the things. I use them in here. But you can usually get these off Fine tip on those nail clippers. Or you could use a paintbrush maybe. And this ribbon has got that, it's more like a mesh, if you will. What do you call it? If I hadn't have touched it, it probably would have just came right off. But I touched it. But I do like these for that detailed, you need that little very sharp small point. So these do come in handy. So if you don't have some in your craft room and you do hot glue, I've used them to get the stuff off my drum and all. It worked great. All right, let me get it right here. Okay, fine. All right, I unwrinkle my ribbons. Looks good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I did, if you didn't hear me earlier, Shirley, because I don't know, but I did go back and add some white and some gold. And I feel like he should be over just a little bit. I've got him tied in there, but not tight. I am going to put the little balls, hold on a minute, on the ties right here at his head, just because it's going to make it more whimsy, and maybe it'll help pop out our head of him a little bit. But again, I just want to double twist these in, make sure my ribbon's like I want them. Maybe come out that way and get my ribbon. Do y'all like the gold in there? Can you, I was wanting to see what y'all thought about how it makes him pop. Because, the other day I kind of had him blended in, which ain't hard. So if you do something very colorful, I should have went in with the white mesh on top instead of the black. The white down here would have made him pop a little better. But, hey, it is what it is. I probably will have to trim some of these ribbons up again because I keep messing with them. I got them fraying. So anyway. All right. Okay, so moving right along. Trying to decide about his head. Let me tie him in later first before I decide. Because I need to get him tied in before I glue anything right there. All right, so we're going to come to our next pipe cleaner. And I did go ahead and put some of that gold and white in around all of it. Like, hold on, I want to get this out. And I did realize some of this, y'all, it was so thick. And if you can't get it in there good, if you'll take your hand on your pipe cleaners and mash down and twist, that will help it tighten up to the frame as well. Okay? All right. Try to give y'all all the tips I can. You might know them. We get a lot of newbies. So I do like to mention stuff like that because a lot of people don't know. One of the ladies I was talking to, I went live. She had me go live with her on her page. I thought I shared it to mine, but I don't know if it let me. Anyway, okay. So we use gold. I'm not going to put one in there. Let's use this red. Okay. And so I need green and gold on my balls. Green and gold. Okay. Sip of tea. Okay. Alright, where's my... Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing. Get y'all crooked a little bit. Crooked. I don't know if that's too close. I don't know. Let me look at my... Oh. Then I got my antivirus thing that keeps popping up. Okay, that looks good. I was looking on my computer. Alright, so I'm going to cut the string in off of my little drum. Don't cut all of it. Cut above the knot. Because that knot... See, I thought if I cut there, but they've got it looped around the ornament. Alright, and then my paper fold is right here. Oh, some of that glue ain't mine. That's theirs. Anywho, I'm going to take my string, whatever that's called. I'm trying to make it go this way toward the fold of that colored paper of the drum. Because it's got a little, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm going to put my glue right there. Oh, I should have done my pipe cleaners. Somebody got really like gung-ho about the drum. And now I'm getting glue on me because I turned it. y'all. It's a hot day. Hot mess day. I don't know. I hadn't felt real good. This weather for one's made me nauseous, or not really, sinus headache. And then the body aches from the cold weather. Hang on, let me get the glue off my fingers again. Oh, I do got blue now. I need to not forget I got blue. We could put blue in there. Let's put the blue because it's right there by him. We'll do that. All right. All right. Balls first, y'all. Ball first. And I am happy with the overall look of it, even though I made a few boo-boos, but I covered it up the best I could. I started to redo the whole thing, you know, like the top of the drum, and then redo my ball. But I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. You know, Samantha will be taking things apart around here. I have done that so many times. Hey, y'all. Gold is great. Gold is great in the wreath. Thank you. Thank y'all. Right, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. All right. If you ain't following, be sure to follow. If you're getting notifications, great. If you want notifications when I go live, because I never know. I do not have no set schedule. Heck, I can't even get here when I tell y'all I will be. Because y'all, that's the way my life rolls. But anyway, you can either tap the screen, hit 3 dots at the bottom these days. The bottom is where you'll see them 3 dots. And then you turn on all live notifications. All right. Or you can type in the comments now or even on replay, exclamation point, and the word notify all together. And the spot's going to pop up and say, you're now going to get live notifications. I'm trying to see, and this has got the gold on it. I mean, the silver, but it'll just have to be because it is what it is. I was trying not to put gold, silver in here, but it's just a little ornament. I can't see what, okay, right there. Try and find where the paper fold is. Okay, not that it's 911, but some of them was a little coming apart a little bit, so that's why I wanted to put my string over that fold of the paper where the drum goes together. Okay, so anyway, hold on. Pull these out. Get your ribbons like you want them before you add this ornament or any ornament, because once you add it, it's pretty much stuck. It's in like Flynn. I do love that. I'm glad I thought about them. Wasn't sure how I'd use them. So can y'all see? Yeah, we got the ornament balls on the outsides. Okay. Now we got to put our bow down here at the bottom. Oh, well, the bottom's at me. But anyway, just showing y'all what's the drum look like. The drum's cute. So, you know, no matter what holiday or festivity or whatever you're doing a design for, you know, think about your little ornaments, you know, that you can put in the center of your ribbon ties. All right, again, let's make sure our ribbon is where we want it. Let's see. Oh. I'm kind of wanting that black up against my drum. Okay. And I've got the colored one up against it on this side. It's fine. Fine. It's all fine. I'm sorry if I miss any of y'all's comments. Facebook's just being glitchy lately. It's not me, it's them. I can see a few every now and then, but I do go back and watch my replay, and I welcome anyone who's new or, you know, what have you. If you're looking for a design, you can go to the page at Swirls and Swags Door Decor and hit that message button. Let me know what you're looking for. I do a lot of custom orders. Let's see. We got a gold ball and a blue ball, so let's go with a red ornament. Maybe. What to do with it? Right here. Right here. Alright. So, let's say we're doing red, then we're going to put green and gold on the pipe cleaner things. Twist ties. Green and gold. Green and gold. Green and gold. And these from the Hobby Lobby are really nice, and they're bigger a little bit, but they also have a chunkier glitter than the Dollar Tree ones. And they do have some of these little ones, which are really cute too, depending on what you're making. But most of us wreath makers like the bigger ones, because this is what we use them for typically, is the twist ties. I do poke a little hole in the top of my glitter ball just to get it started. So, because sometimes those little ties in there, even though they got a good metal piece of wire in them, they'll still sometimes fold down, as one done did earlier on me. That's just, you know. So, can't ring the hole. Okay, there we go. All right. If you have a bunch of glue strings when you get done, if you take a hair dryer, or you can take a heat tool, but you better be careful with the heat tool. But it'll melt all these glue strings. Mesh too, if you get it too hot. Melt will go and just fold up. It will melt. It's plastic. That's why. Okay? Mesh is plastic. It will melt. And I've done it. As well as the florals. Done that too. Hold on. See, I'm telling you, sometimes, even though that wire's stiff, sometimes it doesn't want to go in the hole. It doesn't want to go. But he's going in. Like it or not. Okay. Okay. I hate glue strings on my fingers, y'all. I hate seeing it, glue strings on somebody else stringing around. I'm like, get it off. But it sticks to your nail polish so bad. It loves the nail polish. Hang on. Got a big old blob. Okay. The red ornament. I've already stuck that because I got quick on the glue a while ago, but I wasn't ready. So I'm going to put my glue. And we're just going to put it in there. Make sure you pull your ribbons when you add glue like that, because that glue's going to hit them ribbons, and it's not, you can't move them once it's dry without pulling it all apart. All right, now we've got his feet, we got one by his head. Let's put our bow in, and then we can, let's see, let me readjust him first. Hang on, let's get him in here good and tight. Okay, because I do have him tied. Let me pull y'all up a little bit. Hang on. Oh, creativity. Hang on, girl. Y'all, I'm not getting all my comments, I know. Sister from another mister. I'm like, oh, you're good, because it's a skipping and a spinning. How much did you charge for that? It's $120. We have all taken part, but yeah, girl, I'm bad about it. Okay, thank y'all for watching. Okay, so, I will. Y'all have watched it many a time. It takes something to look. So now they have it, we're going back in. Alright. I am trying to cut out my little long pieces that's dangling, just so it looks nice. Because when I go to take pictures, y'all, if you're not sure about a design and you have no one there to help you figure out, like, is this too much? Does this look good? Take a picture. Like in well lit. It's better if you go in the daylight, but not in direct sun, because the sun will mess, you know, you don't take pictures in direct. Do it on my back porch. But during the summer, come noonish, or 11 to noon, the sun is out there full force. So sometimes I have to take them in my house, which I don't like doing, because, I'm sorry, I'm sitting here picking glue with y'all watching now. I'm sorry. Turned out adorable. Thank you. All right, so let's tie him in better. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, and I did decide, I took back, because I had to take him out, because I redid a bunch of my ties and to add in those extra ribbon tails. So, okay, yeah. I just kind of looped I have 2 pipe cleaners attached to his head. If y'all didn't see that live and you want to see how I attached it, it was just a few days ago, earlier this week. I think I've done this. This is the 3rd day I've done live on him. So, the first time we went live, we made the drum. The second time, we made the mesh and the wreath itself. There's that other string I wanted to cut. But anyway, I can't remember if we attached the pipe cleaner stuff to his head that day we did the drum or what. But anyway, you can fast forward through a live. So anyway, I decided to go back and split the pipe cleaners on the back. Instead of going in straight with both, I took one way and I took one the other. So that way it kind of holds them a little bit more stable. You know, they're not just together. So I did decide to do that. Man, y'all back down just a little bit. I try to, oh, hang on. Y'all, one of my hand don't work, and two, my little tightener thingy on there on my ring light is about had it. Alright, so I do need to tighten his head up. I wanted to not like sink him into the wreath. You know what I mean? I wanted him to kind of be on top where he wouldn't just smash straight in. But sometimes If you don't get them snug enough, they're going to bounce around, and I don't really like it to bounce around. I want them to be fairly snug, so just do whatever you feel is best on yours. It does depend on what you're putting in there. Like if I had a big sign, I don't like my sign to be so deep into the wreath that all the mesh and ribbons is kind of covering it up. I don't like that. I do put it more to the top or to the side, but not embedded into the mesh. You can do whatever you like, but my preference is not. I don't like the look because your mesh is covering it up, the sign or whatever, if you put it in the direct center. All right, so that's the one pipe cleaner there. Let's see, is that actually, I think that's good. Let me see if I can, without unloosening this, let me just see if I can pull the one that's, no, I need to pull it a little bit. All right. Okay. So I'm going around and around my frame just to hold it snug. And I don't really like going to the outside, but since I'm up close to a pipe cleaner or zip tie, whatever that is, you know, the stem for the twist ties, that's one thing. But I try not to put it on the outside because I don't want nobody to get their hand caught up in it or anything like that. But just make sure that you bring your wires around. And again, you know, make sure they're not poking nothing. I always put a little hot glue over them because hot glue makes it like a rubbery tip. And so the wire can't cut, or you can at least twist it with your long nose, needle nose pliers. And if you've got a bracket right here, that's what I really like to tie to because that really holds it secure. But I'm going to come around because I have a tie here that's going to make that, give it a brace too. So, hang on, y'all, my hands don't work. So again, just around and around. You can cut it off at any point, but you know, just wrap it on. And then I'll go back and add some hot glue. Now this goes to my drum and it's fine. So let me just double check I've got it on there fine and good. Hang on, let's see. So I'm gonna go around the actual pipe cleaner and just go around it and encase that wire, kind of like doubling it up. And then you can kind of pull your mesh up over that. And then we got to tie down. But his feet are in there good. So I don't, and he's in there good now. So I'm good. We're all good. It's all good. Hang on. I did turn this the other day. I need to do that. That's what I need to do. Hang on. I wanted my mesh to go a different way instead of getting into my ornament, my drum. So that gave me a little bit more space right here. Thank goodness it. Let's see if I can. Let me see. I know I done glued it, but you know, where there's a will, there's a way. So I have to figure it out. Now, I did think about putting a little glue here to attach my drumsticks to. They're very much attached to the top of the drum. Again, because I had some boo-boos and without really redoing the top of the drum, which I still kind of want to, but it's okay. I did take some twine that just happened to match. I've been matchy here lately, but there's a little bit I need to, like, y'all, it's my cousin. She's going to love it no matter what, but still, I do try to put, you know, people are going to be seeing it. It's going to a nursing home. So, you know, I try to make it the best I can. If that means taking it apart, then we'll be taking it apart and redoing that top piece of foam sheet. That's a glittered foam sheet. And this right here, this white mesh is so grabby. Okay, so I think I'm good. Oh, I do have these. Let me take right here. Hang on. I didn't put any ornament like ball thingy-majigs on the end of these twist ties, but I think I will because they're kind of going up toward the drum. So let's do that. So the ball is blue, so we can use any of these three colors. So we're going to use gold. No, let's not do gold because it'll be up against our drum. We're going to do red and green. Because our gold is a little different than this gold. This is a kind of a brownish gold. All right, so I'm going to poke my little hole in my glitter ball. Put a dot of glue. Stick your tie in the hole if you can ring it. There you go. Yeah. Glue strings for days. All right, and then I got a red one to go on the other side. It just adds a little more whimsy. It makes it a little cuter. And this is a very whimsical design, so, you know, I'm all about it. I love whimsy. Cool. So much fun, so much color. I got glue on me, glue on it. It's hard to get glue off when you got glue on you. Don't know why, you know, you'd think it would stick to itself, but it don't. Okay. What else? Oh, his head. Let's just do some glitter balls on here. I'm trying to decide if I want to do one on one side or both on one side. I think I'll go this way with them and just, let's do red and green again because we got the blue and we got the gold ribbon. So to make it a little brighter maybe, green and red. Green and red. These are some nice glitter balls. I don't think if I've bought Hobby Lobby glitter balls before, it's been a long time. So, it's, you know, I'm not sure if they're usually, I'm not really that familiar with their glitter balls. I usually use the Dollar Tree. So, don't get the glue in his hair. It will be not fun trying to get it out. So let me let that dry just a second. I don't want it in his hair. Okay. And I do have a ceiling fan above me, so it does help cool it down a little bit quicker than normal. Than if you don't have a ceiling fan, you know, it's going to take it just a second longer. Hang on. And then we're going to add our bow, and we'll be done. Oh, I did show y'all the ribbon that I used for my name tags on my business card to put on the back. In case you missed it, I do attach my business card to the back of the wreath. I cover my business card with packing tape just in case, because it's going, you know, typically this is an outside door wreath. So if you get it rained on, that tape will help. I take this kind of holiday ribbon that we used to have back in the old day, like really old day. I was trying to say, yeah, Kmart, y'all. $2.49 from the Kmart. I miss Kmart for real. But anyway, I then take my ribbon, that ribbon right there, and I put it through that hole. I just take a hole punch, and then I will wrap it around my frame, and I tuck it inside of one of my poofs. Or if I don't have poofs and I just got curls, I just kind of tuck it behind so it's not out flopping around. So you can wedge it in there. All right, let's see, what's that red one go to? His feet. Okay, so his feet are good. So let me finish tying that off, so we'll be done with that. Oh, there's my black one to my drum. Hold on. I can curl them together. Not curl, but whatever. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. So I just want to take these twist ties and twist them together because that helps it stay a little more secure in my mind. Maybe it don't. That's what I'm doing. And two, I like to cover up those sharp wires because there's a wire sticking out. So I'll poke it down in there, okay? And then I'm gonna take a little hot glue, get the hot glue off from my finger. Y'all, I'm sorry, I hate hot glue sticking and stringing to my hands. All right, then I just take my hot glue and I'm gonna cover up that so the wire can't cut no one. If y'all have watched me since the beginning of time, since 2019, before I knew that there was a zip tie cutter, y'all, them zip ties, if you don't use a zip tie cutter, you will have that edge, and it's a very sharp, will slice you open from the zip tie itself because the regular scissors don't cut it flush. But I used to put hot glue on all the tips because I had cut my hand open. So let's go back around him. But it makes, if you'll put a little glue on it, it makes it like a rubberized tip. Therefore, you nor your customer can get hurt. And I've seen so many people use just a sort of like an angled zip wire cutter thingy. And I don't know if that gets it good or not. I don't know. It might. But just if you touch it and you get a sharp point and you don't have nothing better to cut a zip tie with, Put you a dot of glue on it. You might do it 2 or 3 times. I mean, whatever, to keep from hurting you or your customer. Because the last thing you want is them to get hurt from something you didn't, you know, just make sure and secure and that no one, because, you know, a kid could pick these up. They want to be part of the things too. And so they go to pick up stuff, and there goes that red ball I was looking for. I knew it'd come out. All right, this is my other drum. Oh, I know what I did. Pipe cleaner. I'll say I know. Hang on, get a hold of it. Twisting it together. I'm going to rope it around one more time, and then I'm going to glue it. Okay. The thing about wire, needle nose pliers is you can twist those ends together, like inward, and therefore, a lot of times you can get it in. Take that wire, that sharp point, if I can get a hold of it, and put it. Because this is pipe cleaner. You don't, you know, scissors are scissors, wire cutters, wire cutters. But, yeah, there's a sharp point right there. And that. Okay, yeah. Cut it off. I just made it flop back inside. Okay. Where did that little piece go? Because she's in a nursing home, and you know, I surely don't want one there. I mean, they'd be in the right place for medical help, I guess, but okay. So just put your little glue, let it dry. All right, I think that gets all my ties, all my wires that we used. No, we got one more right here. Let's see. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Yes, no, I don't know. All right. Let me. You don't have to make a hanger for these, y'all. This frame is its hanger. I need to find out if she needs a hanger. I bet I'll just take one. I'm sure she needs one. They probably don't have it in the nursing home. I need to not forget that too. All right, so this wire here is where I need to put my glue, just to make, one, it does help it stay without it getting pulled loose by accident too. So, and then there's this one. Okay. All right. Now, bow time. We done made it, but you know. So only 2 ties I didn't reinforce are these up here. But most of these ties are messed up and flopping. And if you got something flopping, you need to retighten it up. See, I don't think I need to do any gluing on the top of the drumsticks. I mean, it's not like they're going nowhere. You know, they're all, I did glue them in the center, and they're glued here. And this is in pretty good. So I'm very happy with this. I will have to straighten up all my ribbon tails because I had it on its face again. All right, this is where my bow is going. All right, so let's do that. I think we'll be done. We'll be done. And if you are here, I appreciate it. If you've suffered through all the spinning and the glitching from Facebook, appreciate that. If you're on the replay, thank you. You can still do the tapping the screen, set your notifications. Be sure you're following. I appreciate that, y'all. I'm so close to, so much is exciting. You know, I'd already be there, but life got in the way. Okay. Here's my bow, and I've already fluffed it somewhat, you know. So I will refluff it once I get it on and all that. But I do have a place right here that I'm covering up my, when you have a place that maybe you're short on mesh, or you're, you know, I was gonna say, dang, is that stuff? Or maybe you got like a piece of something missing, or it doesn't look as great on one side or something. Stick your bow or your design or your sign or whatever you got to cover it up, or, you know, redo it. This situation, I just happen to run out of white mesh, and so this is a very thin mesh. So I'm gonna put my wire between the top frame and the bottom frame because I want it centered between the two. Make sure your tails are going the direction you want them, which mine are going down. And so here we go. I don't need my needle this time because I'm just going in and I'm putting it around that top frame. Pull my wire, hold the line. Let's see, yeah. Why ain't you pulling? I don't know. So, and then the other wire, I'm going to go to the bottom of the frame on this side, like the one underneath. And this is a work wreath, like I said, and so it's elevated, which makes your designs look so much bigger and prettier to me. You know, some people don't want a great big one. So, you know, everybody, you know, ain't always go big, go home, but I am. So it's hard to make things small around here. All right, so I'm pulling my wire around my bow. And again, before you cinch it down and get it, you know, make sure it is exactly where you want it. It's like it's not covering something up that you don't want it to. And I think it looks fine right there. Oh, I do have the pipe cleaners between his legs. I need to put the little glitter balls on, maybe. All right, so then I'm going to go around the back, and I'm going to go around each frame. I don't like twisting them together and then doing it that way because it kind of hinders it. I don't know how to explain. To me, it does better if you'll do it around its own little piece of wire, the frame. That way it's not like if something happened to one side, it ain't gonna just completely, like if somebody cut it or something by accident, which I don't know how they would, but you know, things happen. They do around here. So, you know, and then you don't have to worry about that wire going all the way across either. Okay, and your poofs back here, if you need them to go up front, push them from the back up into the design. Okay? Get the glue puddles off. I'm still here. Thank you, Sam. You did that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. You know, there's a learning curve. But, you know, if you're not learning, you're not growing, right? So, I'd never made a drum before, y'all. Never made drumsticks. But, hey, love it. I do love it. And, you know, now knowing and thinking about the other glue that I have, I would suggest the Liquid Fusion, which, you know, is common with fake bakers, which is common with the rhinestoning world. And Samantha's been sucked into all of it. Let me get my bow somewhat situated and I'll show it to y'all. And I am going to let y'all go. I hope if I don't see you before Turkey Day, I'm going to try to get on tomorrow. I'm going to try to. You know, y'all, I will post and, you know, I'll put it in the stories and all the things. So if you're ever not sure, just check the page. Make sure you're commenting. I know Sally asked one time how she's not on the top fans. Even though you're here for the lives, if you're not commenting on my post or leaving a comment or reacting, or that's how you get to be a top fan on anyone's page, is by getting on there, reading what they post, liking it, loving it, laughing it, whatever you need to do, sharing it, commenting. All those things make such a huge deal and difference that we can't even begin to explain or express how important some of the simple things are that takes 2 seconds. You know, if maybe you don't have time to watch all of this, or you're frustrated because Facebook ain't get their life together, and you will share it to your own page, and it's much easier to find on your own profile than coming over here and scrolling through all the things. And a lot of y'all are in with groups that allow you to share lives. Please do. Really. We used to take so much time in the beginning of our lives to do our posting into groups so that people could come watch and all the things. And I quit doing that a lot just because it takes so much time. And when you do lives, if you're not straight to the point and getting on with something, a lot of people, not everyone, you know, I do have y'all that are here for all the things. But a lot of people who jump on and they go because they don't want to sit here and watch you posting a bunch of stuff and taking your time. And so there's that. Okay, I will finish fluffing this because there's always, look, we can fluff a bow till the cows come home. I know. Facebook, you're killing me. All right, let's see. I will fix my bow a little better. Hang on. You know, look, there's always fluffing, but I'm not going to keep y'all on here no longer. But this is what we've got. I am very excited for it. I'm very happy with the final outcome with the drum. We handmade that, and I appreciate everybody that was there helping. We did that for like over 4 hours. And how many people does it take to make a triangle? A bunch. So, but how pretty. This is definitely one of a kind because we all handmade that drum and the sticks. Now the Nutcracker, he's been bought from the Dollar General. I do have others. This one is sold, but if you're looking, look how huge. If you're looking for a design, you can message me at Swirls and Swags Door Decor and let me know what you're looking for, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can on messages. In the meantime, if I don't see you before Turkey Day, may you have a blessed one. Thank you. You too. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope that y'all are well and safe and blessed, and that all those that are important to you are with you. Y'all have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.